Right, the price is right. That's the message from Consumer New Zealand following multiple reports of misleading supermarket prices. This includes instances where items on special have been more expensive than their usual price. John Duffy is with Consumer NZ and has launched a petition this morning. John, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
What's the petition about?
Well, we're asking for a range of things, but at its core, it's about incentivising the supermarkets to clean up their act and get their pricing right. So there's a couple of legs to it. Firstly, we think that if you, as a shopper, get home and check your receipt and discover that you've been overcharged for an item, you should get that item for free and you should be able to go back and get a refund. So you keep the item and you get the money back. If you discover a falsely priced item
how's that
in
fair
store,
how's that fair on the supermarket? If we get it for, I mean, they make a mistake. Presumably it's an honest mistake. And we get it for free and a refund.
That's right. I mean, well, you presume it's an honest mistake, but actually the volume of the mistakes that we see, if they are indeed mistakes, is so much that we need some deterrent to the supermarkets to clean up their act, because people are reporting these every day. When we put a call out to consumers last year, we got 600 complaints in a matter of weeks, alleging pricing errors and misleading promotional activity. The Commerce Commission's taking multiple cases against supermarkets right now for this behaviour, but it is not stopping it going on in supermarkets as of today.
Give me an example. What are people being overcharged by on average? Is it a couple of cents, a couple of dollars?
Absolutely. It ranges. It's probably in the cents. And, at an individual level, that might not seem a lot. But if you extrapolate that out across every supermarket under that banner, so let's say every Pack and Save or every Woolworths, it amounts to multiple millions of dollars every year. The Grocery Commission has come out to say that it's tens of millions of dollars a year that consumers are overpaying for groceries that are already really expensive.
Yeah, and I get it. But if it's going to sort of might save me a couple of cents a year, or maybe a couple of cents a week. I mean, I suppose we don't really know. Could cost them millions a year. You're wanting to force them to give us something for free and to refund the money as well. I'm just wondering, do we risk in going after these things around the edges? Do we risk just increasing their costs, which again will just be passed on to us anyway?
Are you saying that a supermarket accurately pricing its goods is not a cost that it should bear?
Well,
because if this policy was to roll out, then surely the supermarkets would react by accurately pricing their goods. Therefore, they wouldn't have to refund you and give you the goods for free. Again, they'd just be complying with the existing law.
Yeah, but this comes back to the point, John. Are they doing it on purpose, or if we are to take them at face value, they're just so many products, such big stores, can't keep across everything. It's a few cents out of whack here and there.
Yeah, and that's the narrative that the supermarkets push out. They say we are scale businesses. It's unreasonable for you to expect us to comply with the Fair Trading Act, and I just don't buy that. That we cannot be living in a society where we give large businesses a free pass to break the law systematically, just because they're large. I mean, where do we end up if we run that system?
Yeah, well, I don't know, but. Yeah, I think it's an interesting point. You're basically saying you think it's BS, what they're saying.
Look, I wouldn't put it that way, but I certainly think that the volume and frequency of these errors are too great to ignore, and the government needs to step in and increase the penalties in the Fair Trading Act, as well as potentially bringing in this refund policy, which, just to add, the supermarkets have already said that they're implementing. We think, okay, that's great, but once the spotlight goes off, we know that the supermarkets will just revert back to their normal behaviour. So we need law to back that up, to force them to keep those policies in place and actually comply with them. Because what we're hearing anecdotally is that people are trying to take advantage of these policies, but staff at the supermarket are declining them the opportunity to do that. So we think the law needs to back it up, and that's why we're running a petition. People can jump onto our website, consumer.org.nz, and sign up to show the Minister of Finance, who's leading the charge on greater penalties for supermarkets, that the people of New Zealand actually support greater penalties and accountability for our supermarkets.
All right. John, appreciate you coming on. coming on the show this morning. That's John Duffy from Consumer NZ. Their petition is out 6 o'clock this morning.